Hello and welcome to From This Corner TV. We're back and we've got a very good show for you as usual. But first I want to remind you that we're here not just to interest you and educate you, but also provide a little bit of entertainment. We're going to have all of that today. And let me ask you this. I was going to ask, why is it important to use health-conscious cosmetics, which is important. But ladies, and those guys that like to use cosmetics, we're on the go all the time. We're active, doing stuff all the time. So cosmetics that are easy, functional, great cosmetics, but are easy to apply, you're done, you go, and you look fantastic. How does that sound? That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay? We have with us a very special guest, and her name is Gail Sagel. I said it right. She's the CEO of Faces Beautiful Cosmetic Retail Store here in Westport, Connecticut. And she is a makeup artist, cosmetic developer, very important, who understands that beauty is the ultimate form of self-expression, you got that right, that allows women to radiate confidence and empowerment. Those are two key words for us today, ladies. So, welcome to the show, Gail.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Great to be here.
I've been wanting to have you on the show. I think it was a year ago. When was it that you were speaking at eWomen Network?
It was about a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago. And I got one of your handy little cosmetics, and I love it. And so I thought, oh, I've got to get her on the show. And then life happens, you know, and all of that. But it wasn't meant to be till now.
Exactly. Timing has a way of working out the way it's supposed to.
And we have Dodie back.
I'm here.
Yay!
Hi,
We missed you the
Hi.
last show.
Yeah, well, I'm back.
Yes, she is. She is. So let me ask you this. You were, now this is kind of one of those things where you're an artist and you have this side of you, and then you have this trader, broker on Wall Street side of you.
Yeah, I think you call that left brain and right brain.
Probably,
or
but
just crazy brain.
yeah, you're using both of them, which to me is amazing. Because when you spoke to us at eWomen Network, you were talking about, and here's this beautiful woman. She's there to talk about cosmetics and that kind of thing. She starts talking about Wall Street and went, huh?
Well, you asked me what I did, and I had to share what my first career was. Otherwise, I had no reason to go there.
Yeah, but that's where you learned about business and other things. Tell us a little bit about Wall Street.
Oh, we were not really, I was not that well suited. Let's just put it this way. It was my first career. It was not ideal for me. Those movies that you see about the Wolves of Wall Street and all the craziness that went on, it was that way for me. It was not a good industry for me. But I will tell you that two of my largest clients were based in France, and I spent a lot of time in France with them. And while I was there, I spent so many hours with all the spa bouteilles and at Galeries Lafayette with all the makeup artists. And when I got back, I said, you know what, I really want to pursue my love and my passion. And I had been oil painting since I'm a kid. I've always loved art. And it didn't happen right away, just like it didn't happen us getting together here right away.
Right.
But after spending more time on Wall Street, and I went to work for a hedge fund, and this particular hedge fund that I worked for was close to home, and I could ride my bicycle back and forth. I know that sounds like a silly thing, like here I was working this job that I rode my bike back and forth, but when you're busy with children and work, fitting your exercise in, like that seemed to just be really helpful.
Made sense.
It did make sense. So one day I was hit by a car as I was biking home from work. I know, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
And that moment became my aha moment, that I said, really, Gail, what are you doing? You don't have any passion for this. Like, you need to do what you love. And I've always loved makeup and skincare and cosmetics and art and painting, and I just had to create a profession out of doing something that I was passionate about. And that's when I began Faces Beautiful, and that was, my gosh, 17 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious, why did you start out in the Wall Street?
Oh, my father told me to.
Yeah, well, hey.
Gotta do what Dad says, huh?
I grew up in the age, that's your father says, oh, go to business school, go to law school, do some, but okay, I'll do something like that.
So you
I worked on Wall Street.
followed the path, but
Exactly.
the passion wasn't there.
I had no passion for it.
However, didn't you learn a lot about business?
A lot. In fact, when I first opened Faces Beautiful, I sold lots of other cosmetic lines. I mean, we had a hair salon and a makeup studio and skincare services and estheticians and brow shaping, and I sold all of these other brands, probably about 60 or 80 different brands.
Wow.
And then when the recession came, I was like, whoa, I know what this is. I studied economics. I get this. And I made a decision that at the height of the recession, that I was going to sell through all of my other brands, and I was going to create our own Faces Beautiful brand. And the reason I did that was because I understood that unless I was going to build out lots of brick and mortars, which I did not want to do, that I was going to have to build out my own brand because that was the only way I could control my profit margins. So that, of course, I took that from a trader mentality. When markets are falling, that's when I know I want to buy. When markets are screaming and going up, that I know that's when I want to sell. So it was the same mentality. I saw the economy falling apart. I said, this is the moment that I want to build a brand. A lot of people would say, oh my God, she started a brand at the height of the recession. Who would do that? Well, someone with a trader mentality would do that.
Sure.
So
It's also what you learn in the business school. You learn that when business is slow, work on your business. And then when business is busy, work the business. So yeah, it's something that we all need to learn and do.
Right, which is now why I'm really very much focused on my internet business, because brick and mortars are slow. They're not what they used to be. That's not the
closing.
trend. Right, so it's
Yeah.
not the trend of the future. So all of my emphasis really is on both our website and, of course, our Amazon store, which is so easy. I mean, such an easy way for people to buy.
Right.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right from your own home, and you can pick all the colors of your makeup, and
Exactly, and
it
everything
shows up
shipped
the
to you
next
just like
day,
that.
and boom.
Yep, Amazon Prime, you gotta love
Yay.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we do want to talk about the health conscious makeup, because when you were on Wall Street and you learned about the fact that petroleum has made its way into several cosmetic lines.
Well, it's actually pretty much all cosmetic lines. I mean, I was an energy derivatives trader, so of course you learn a lot about a barrel of oil. So here's just a short version of that. So here you have a barrel of oil. At the bottom of the barrel, you have, your tar, the asphalt, the heavy parts. Then it goes up, you have your home heating oil, your crude oil, et cetera, et cetera. And at the top of a barrel of oil, you have these things called petrochemicals. And petrochemicals, of course, are derived from oil. But that's what most cosmetics have for years been made out of. So of course it seems to reason that a lot of women would have sensitivities to petrochemicals because they come from oil. So what's been happening over the last 5 to 10 years is a lot of companies are becoming much more conscientious as to what the ingredients are, and choosing ingredients that are non-petrochemical based. And so I wanted to do that as well. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it is certainly my focus. So my products are formulated, they're all vegan, and they're formulated without parabens, so that's important to me. Mostly, I think that it's important to women is that products look good, make you feel good, they're long wearing, they're water resistant, all of these other factors really do come into play. So we just try to keep a good balance between looking beautiful and making sure that we're putting things on our body that are not going to be negative affecting the inside of our bodies as well.
And I think that's becoming more prevalent too, as we become more health conscious. You want to say something?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about how you go from Wall Street in that that mentality, that information in your head, whatever, to literally creating a cosmetic. Like, how do you, the components, the ingredients, how do you figure that? How did you figure that out after being in Wall Street? You have a chemical background, or
no? But I sort of always had that side. I'm a very creative person.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you an analogy to cooking. Okay, which, by the way,
there you go, ingredients. in the
ingredients.
cookbook. Yep.
And I also did study years ago at the French Culinary Institute in New York City. So I mean, I do know how to cook. But let's think about chocolate chip cookies. Okay, there are there's lots of recipes for chocolate chip cookies, and there's lots of companies that make different cookies. Mrs. Fields, Chips Ahoy. There's so many kinds.
Right.
If you were to make a chocolate chip cookie, what would you say? Oh, I like the texture of Mrs. Fields, or I like the crunchiness of Nabisco, or I like it this, or I don't want pecans, or I want chocolate chips, I want small chips, I want big chips, I want flat chips. You know enough about cookies that if I said, if you were going to make a chocolate chip cookie, pull from this one, pull from this one, pull from that one, and tell me what your cookie looks like. So cosmetics are very much the same way.
Okay.
There are, I don't know, 10,000 different manufacturers in U.S. alone, and you go to the trade shows and you say, oh, I like the way you do that, and I like the way you do that one, and I like the way you do that one. Let's see if I can find one that does all of that together. And if you can't find the one that does it the way you want, all right, then you go to a formulator. Say, now I want it this way.
Okay.
So that's how everyone creates products. They're called contract manufacturers, and all of the brands have access to all of the same manufacturers. And either we buy it the way they're manufacturing it, or we'll reformulate it ourselves.
Cool.
And that's how we do it.
Creative. Brave too.
Very brave.
Or stupid.
No, I think it's fascinating that you've launched this. Well, you've done this for a while now, but you've launched your very own line. I think it's great. Yeah.
Well, I think that the new products, which I know we're going to talk about today, but I'm going to introduce it if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Well, and the second half, we're going to take a closer look at these.
Okay, but the new products are really far more exciting because they're all very interactive with each other. So we'll talk about that whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
They're very interactive.
You know, it's...
It's so exciting.
I'm just saying because it's no longer about just one product. It's about products that work well together and make your life easier altogether.
And make you look great.
Yeah.
Because when I met you, I also bought her book. Okay, this book has been my guide. It's still holding together. But see, I was figuring that I had because it uses, circles and angles and rectangles.
Ninth grade geometry.
Yes,
Geometry.
exactly.
See, that brings the math major out in me, so I want to hear about this.
So you're trying to figure out, okay, is my face round? Is it square? Heart-shaped like yours? And how do I put my makeup on so it'll be more advantageous to lighting, like in a studio, sunlight, wherever. And because sometimes we can overdo and it looks heavy. And it's such a challenge, makeup is just, it's a bit frustrating. But this is a great book.
Thank you.
And I love how you've got the before and after, and you've got she's got the squares and everything to show exactly what they're going to do in these sections, and then they show it, and then you look at the after and you go, oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah. It's like there's a formula to it. And so thank you for this book. I love this book. And we're going to talk about some beauty tips a little bit later.
Great.
But what we're going to do is, I think it's about time that we take a break. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to get into the makeup. It's going to be great. So hang in there. Get out your pen, your paper, okay? I always tell you that, but this is very important. And be ready to take some notes, and we'll be right back.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
If you keep tanning, indoors or out, the effects of harmful rays will show up on your skin. Wrinkles, age spots, and an increased risk of melanoma, the second most common cancer in women 15 to 29. Stop tanning. Time may not be on your side. Learn how to protect your skin at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
You'd do anything to take care of that spot on your lawn. So why not take care of that spot on your skin? If you're a man over 50, you're in the group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the cancer that kills one person every hour. Check your skin for suspicious or changing spots. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out what to look for. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
And we're back from This Corner TV, and we're talking about makeup. And during the break, being girls, we're talking about makeup and all of that kind of thing. So, Dodie, you
Yeah, we were talking about making yourself up so that it doesn't look like you're all made up, right? And that would be the term natural makeup?
Right,
Is that
right, a natural look.
Yeah.
And some people think that a natural look means no makeup at all. They think it means naked, but seriously, a natural look means put enough makeup on to look like you didn't try too hard. And that is very difficult to do. That is so, because most of the times you end up seeing women, they either have so much makeup on, which can be wonderful and gorgeous and glamorous, and that's one look, or you have women say, oh, you know, I just want a natural look, so they're wearing mascara. And that's not,
And that's it.
That's not a natural look, that's mascara. A natural look means that you're enhancing your natural beauty in a way that you're not screaming, hey, I'm wearing makeup.
Yeah.
And when we get to talking about our products today, you're going to see that is really my focus. My focus is women and making their features more beautiful.
Enhancing.
So for example, if you take away my lip color or your lip color or your lip color, you'll see our eyes are kind of all a natural sort of look. It's not like we have so much on that we're screaming, oh, I'm all glamorous and going down the red carpet. It's a natural sort of, it's the lip that's made our makeup sort of pop today.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
I love that. And we have, look at this table. We've got a whole bunch of stuff here to show you, but
She's going to tell us all about it.
what I want to show you and tell you about is when I first met Gail, she had, this is mine. I brought it in today. It's my friend. It's really kind of cool. Well,
Here, use this one.
Yeah. Well, okay.
That one's
She's
old.
used
You're
a
ready
little
for a
bit.
new one.
Yeah, I am ready.
I'm
going
going to squeeze it a little bit for you. Hang on here. Let me just squeeze it so it comes out.
What I love about
There, this one's dark, so
is
people could also actually see the color.
you brush it on. You brush it on your face, and it's just. Oh my! Look at that! I have a tan.
Well, that's a dark color, so everyone can
Yes,
see it.
I know. I don't know if you can zoom in and see that. See?
see
And
it,
it's this is mineral.
It's a liquid mineral makeup.
Yes.
So it
it's
just brushes right on. It has the attached brush. And that's sort of, the reason I did this is I wanted people to be able to apply their makeup on the go. And this way they're not using their fingers. And you just sort of start right in the center of your face and you just keep blending out. And by the way, the small amount that we put in the brush just a few minutes ago, that's enough for someone's entire face. I mean, between what you have on your hand, my hand, and what's still left in the brush, it's enough for an entire face.
I've discovered that. I discovered by accident. The first time I used it, I went, oh my goodness, look at that. And I was like, okay, now I got to wipe some off. But that was my mistake, okay? What I love about this is, yes, I can throw it in my bag. But the thing is, even though it's meant for those of us on the go, I'm on the go in the morning. So I put on my makeup. This is just so, and I have super sensitive skin. Super sensitive skin. No problem. No problem with this at all.
So I just noticed you twisted it.
Right.
So the twist, so if you squish it, it won't come out. That means it's closed, and then you twist it to open it up.
There's an on button, so when you're ready to put the makeup into the brush, you just turn it on, you give a little squeeze.
Awesome.
And then it comes into the brush. I don't know if you could see, there's a little bit right there. And then you turn it back to off. So when you're spreading it, it's on off. And then when you travel, you leave it on off. Do you want to see how it feels?
Sure.
So it doesn't squeeze because, the...
You want to take your glasses off?
Sure.
I'll show you. So you just kind of start in the center of your face.
Okay.
How's it feel going on?
Great.
Like silk, right?
Yeah.
It's lightweight. It gives nice coverage. And it dries in just a moment, so you don't need a powder to set it. It has a primer built in. And you can also use it as a concealer, like if you just want to do under the eye area too. You don't have to have another concealer.
Which is so great. It's just, less
feels so good.
stuff. It does.
How's that?
When you brush, when you brush your skin,
It looks really nice.
it does.
It just
looks
evens
good.
out your skin tone a little bit. That's kind of the idea.
That's the whole purpose
Yeah,
of foundation,
and then you just,
right?
now it's on off, you put the top back on, throw it in your handbag,
And you don't have to worry when it's, you know, you don't have to worry about it being squeezed and all over your purse or anything like that. So it's amazing. Did you design this?
I did not design the tube, but I found it overseas.
Overseas, a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, it is what it is.
So that was the first product that I came up with that fits the, you know, women on the go. Our mantra is really beauty for the busy. We're all busy, 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 but we want to look good. And what's great about a product like this, of course, you can use it first thing in the morning when you start your day, but as the day goes on and you just want to freshen up a little bit or reapply lipstick or just add a little extra color or a little bit under your eyes, it's just a great product. So you throw it in your handbag and off you go.
Absolutely.
So that was the first product that I did with beauty for the busy in mind.
And we have more beauty for the busy right here. So tell us about this.
Okay, so
Yes, here we go. Fun
this is my
time.
baby. So this product is called Face in a Case, and you can see the packaging right here. And Face in a Case is a, let me take one out. So it's a clutch handbag. You like that one?
Yeah.
This is the leopard, this is the champagne, and this is the black one. And I know they just look like they're like a clutch handbag, which of course they are, but you open it up, and inside is a spot for your wallet. Actually, I'm going to open my own personal one so you can really see, because I actually use mine. I brought mine with me. So see, inside I have credit cards, and I have cash. Money. So it's a wallet. And then we open this section here. Just move this. On this section, you just lined it all up. This is the makeup.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have an evening bag. You go.
Get everything right there.
But you can touch up during the day. So what's in here is you have eyeshadows, blush, bronzer, a lip gloss. That's what this is, a lip gloss. This is a little mini mascara, and then 2 brushes, which are magnetic, and so it all stays in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is so clever.
Yep.
I love
And this
that.
part closes, and that doesn't open either, see? So it's not flopping open.
Yeah.
And then this part here has a thermal guard to protect your credit cards.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is so important.
That's great.
That's
from,
amazing.
From
Yeah.
thieves. Yeah.
But when you buy this, the makeup comes in these little boxes. So you choose which of the cases you want, and then you choose which makeup you want. So there's 2 different palettes. This is called Plum Neutrals, and this is called Nude Neutrals. And you could choose which one you want. So you have to keep the case, because if you are going out and let's say you don't want to carry all your makeup at night, like if you're going out during the day and you're working and you know you're going to go out at night, like I like to have my whole case with me with the makeup inside, because I know come the end of the day, like I was heading over to see you girls tonight, I know I wanted to touch up my makeup, so I had everything here. If I'm not going out, let's say I'm just running out on the weekend, going to see a movie or something, I will empty it out. I'll put all my makeup back in here. And maybe I'll just take a lip gloss and just put my phone in here.
Oh, that's so cool.
See that? So now in one clutch bag, I now have, I have the place for my credit cards and my cash, I have my phone, and I have my little lip gloss, and I'm good to go. But most of the times, because my day is very long and I'm always going someplace else, I like to have the makeup inside my case.
Yeah.
And so,
clever.
isn't this fun?
I love it. Yes.
So the makeup that you get in here, sometimes people will look at this and say, well, what am I supposed to do with it all? So that's where the little directions come in. So I also give you directions. So when you buy the Face in a Case and you choose your makeup palette, it comes with a little card. And on this side of the card tells you what's inside here. And on this side gives you very easy 3-step directions just how to apply eyeshadow. Because people always like, oh, what do I do with my eyes?
Yeah.
So each of these techniques, which I talk about in my book, you know them already, Marilyn.
Yes, I do.
So each of these techniques, I only use 3 steps and 3 colors.
Cool.
So for example, I'm looking at this palette. This inside of here, this is the Plum Neutrals palette. So it's very neutral in tone, but you can see it has some plums and some raisin colors. So if I say choose a light color for the base of your eye, you might choose one of these light colors. Or if I say to make a contour, to make a side V, choose one of your medium colors, you might choose one of these. And then of course you can use the brush. So this is the small brush. I'm going to dip it in my water. I can use the brush dry, but I could also use it wet. And I could turn this into an eyeliner. See that?
Goodness,
Oh,
look at
wonderful.
that. Oh, wow.
So you can also use it wet.
Because
And then it'll
eyeliner
dry and-
sometimes, you know, gets mussed up during the day.
Exactly. So you can use this brush. This is a smudge brush. I pretty much say this brush is idiot-proof. Anyone can draw a straight line with it. So,
I need that.
So what you do
wanna put it
is,
on?
yeah, you just
Do it?
wiggle.
Yeah,
Sure, why not? So you just wiggle right into the lash line, and it's really that simple. And by the way, another point is the mirrors inside are fabulous mirrors. Look at that.
Cool.
Isn't that awesome?
And the foundation looks good too.
Is it nice too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The larger brush that comes with it, obviously you're going to want to use that for your blush and your bronzer, but you can also use this on your light colors and just kind of cover your whole eye all at once. I'll show you. May I show you, Marilyn, since you're wearing a light color?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take the larger brush and I'm just going to swipe it through my lighter colors.
Okay.
Close your eye, and I'm going to go over your whole lid. I'm going to swipe it through the lighter colors, go over the whole lid. Take a look.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh wow. That is so cool.
So let's
and subtle.
and very
And
subtle.
Yeah,
subtle.
and natural. Natural.
So let's say I want to pop, like, just give you a little bit of contour, okay? I'm going to take this brush, and I'm going to pop it in the browner color for contour, and I'm going to just put it right under your cheekbone. And
Ooh.
see that?
Yeah.
So I'm popping that, and I'm going to put a little bit right here for you as well. And then I'm going to go take the blush, and I'm going to put the blush over, and now I really pop your cheek. Take a look at that.
Look at the difference.
Oh my goodness, look
It's
at
like
that.
a facelift. So like I just lift you, right?
Wow.
See, when
That
you
is
do
so cool.
when you do blush and bronzer right, it's like wearing a great underwire bra. It's,
Yes.
it's like it really just lifts you right up. It's fabulous.
Yes, that is. Oh, I love that. Ooh.
And then, of course, you have your lip gloss, which is a beautiful. I mean, everyone already has lip on, but I want you to feel it. Can I just put it on your hand? It's like pearl, just like silk.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
The color's pretty too.
Is that
It
nice?
is, it's really pretty.
So those are the colors in this one, which is the plum neutrals.
I like that.
Let's take a look at the nude neutrals. So these are the colors of the nude neutrals. And these are warm browns, mochas. They're wonderful. Bronze, they're fabulous.
Those are the colors I usually wear.
Well,
Actually.
this lip gloss looks similar to what you're wearing. It's not quite as dark. I'll put this on your hand so you can look at the difference between the two colors.
Oh yeah.
Is that pretty?
Yeah. Yep, that's the color I usually wear.
So this would be your palette.
But the thing is, earlier when we were talking before we started the show, you said that anyone could
Wear either.
wear either.
Right.
It's true, it's a preference. So you see yourself in this color palette, this one. This is the nude
Yeah,
neutrals.
this
That's how
one.
you see yourself.
I do, yeah.
But if you were in my hands and you were in my makeup chair,
Yes.
God knows what I would create.
Whoa.
In fact, a lot of women who buy the Face of the Case, they end up buying both of the palettes. They buy the nude neutrals and they buy the plum neutrals, and they take them all out and they just do what they want with them. I'll show you what I mean. So let's just say I want to take everything out. And everything's magnetic, so you know it just moves all around.
Individual.
That's
They're all
really
individual.
cool. I see.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yep.
Very.
So you could choose whatever you want. So I'm going to take out, these are all from the plum neutrals, and I'm going to take out this. This is all from the nude neutrals. I'm going to take these out too.
Now the mascara, is that just basic black?
Well, I never heard of any color that black is hardly basic. Black is the color everyone wants, but look at the wand. Look at this wand. It's nice and thin. See this?
Oh,
So you get right into your lash line. And that's the most important thing when you're applying mascara, is people always, they think that you should just go like, you know, like that. You have to wiggle it into your lash line first. Wiggle, 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 and then you start pulling it out. But this, you can also go up and down on the lashes too. So it really, it's very black and silky, and it's thickening, it's great. So now if I take all these colors out, I just want to show you that women now have the option to put them back in however they want. So everyone's individual, and everyone has a different way of doing this. So for example, some women like these two blushes together. And so maybe they want to put these two blushes together, and that's what they like. And then some people want to have a very, let's say, light eye, and maybe they like the way these two colors here look together. and maybe when they use a highlighter, they want this color. So you build your own, exactly what you want. And then some people maybe like for their brow, maybe they have this color eyebrow, and they want to fill in their eyebrow. Remember, you can use this brush wet, and you can fill in your eyebrows as well. So maybe this is their eyebrow. And maybe that's how they want to fill their case. And maybe they want one eyeliner. So maybe they'll put in an eyeliner over here. And then maybe if they want to put in a plum for when they are in a plum mood. And maybe that's how they set up their case. And then they put their brush in. Maybe that's what they want to do.
Nice.
So I've tried to give women enough colors that I've said these do go and these do go, but I promise you, you can put these together however you want. There's no way to mess this up. They all go.
I love that
Can't make a mistake.
You can't make a mistake. They all go. They all are designed to work really well together.
Wow.
And you get to choose which pieces you want to keep in your case, which one you want to put into your clutch bag, which ones you want to use in the morning, which ones you want to use for touch-up, which ones you want to carry on the go. And one of the things that I do love about the face in case when you're on the go is when you're traveling, you don't have to check this in your baggage. You can carry this on the plane with you. So you know when you get off a long flight, you always want to freshen up your makeup and all your favorite things you had to check.
Yeah.
You don't have to check this.
Yep.
I mean, this is all travel compliant, which is really nice too.
Wow. That is just so clever.
Fabulous, yeah.
And when I first heard the name Face in a Case, I love that. I love it.
Very clever.
And it told me pretty much what it is.
Yep.
It's got everything you need for your face in a case, except for your glasses, of course. But I just think that is so unique, so different than anything I've ever seen before.
Well, it is patented, so it's that different. I have 2 patents on it and a trademark. So I think that, and women are loving it. There's like, wow, you've just made my life so easy.
Easy, that's what it's all about. Easy. Yes.
Well, I think women want to be beautiful all the time, but they don't want to spend countless hours in achieving that. They want to have, they want convenient. They want to get themselves together on the go, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's right. And keep it that way as they go through their day. I mean, today, we women have got to the point where everything, we're wearing so many hats.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
And to do something quick and easy and then be able to take it with us is just so key to being able to do what we need to do in our day. It's, I just love this.
Yeah.
I haven't quite decided which case yet that I want to get.
Oh, you're going to get both.
But
I
the
just
cool
know
thing,
you. She's going to get both.
but
No problem.
but the case itself, I haven't quite,
Well, what do you feel like goes with more of your outfits? I mean, I'm using the champagne one today because with this dress that I'm wearing, I feel like this just kind of goes.
Oh, it does.
See?
It does. It goes.
I mean, I clearly couldn't wear the leopard today. I didn't see that as a fit. And I love the black one, but I thought with this, so I think for your outfit today, I think the black one is a really good choice.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
And I think for your outfit, I would go with the leopard against this.
I like the leopard.
That's
Look at
her.
that.
me.
That's very
me.
her.
That's your
me.
personality
Yep.
anyway. You're
That's
such
me.
a leopard kind of girl. You're such a leopard kind of girl.
Yeah, I
She
think so.
really is. I just, what a wonderful concept. Really and truly. And the thing is, it's so easy to go online.
Yes.
Your website has everything. You have tips, techniques. It shows different faces that you've done with people. It shows all of your products. It gives you all the information on the products, so you don't have any questions.
We do that on Amazon too, just so you know. Our videos for how to, even how to unwrap the packaging, they're all on Amazon, like how to put it together, like I just showed you here today. It's all there too. Yeah, we try to make it just really simple. So it's all there.
And that's another thing that struck me when I met you, and picked up this and picked up this, and realized that I've got everything I need to know right here, which is just so handy, and it's small enough. It's right in my bag. But now that I
Do you want to hear how simple one of the eyeshadow techniques are?
Yes.
I mean, I just want you to get you an idea because it's really easy to use. Let's open up one of these. Okay, so here's one, okay? So here's the first one. It says, apply light shadow over your lid. So that's step 1. So how hard is that? Everyone can apply a light shadow. That's for the classic nude eye, okay? 2, it says, apply a medium shadow over the contour of your eye. So you take a medium shadow, whichever seems medium to you. And the third is using the tip of the small shadow brush, apply a dark shadow in a wiggle motion into your lash line. And step 4 is finish with mascara. So we already did step 3 on you. It's that simple. That's the classic nude eye. Now, one of the other eyes I actually teach is called a reverse nude eye, which is sort of what I'm wearing today, where you have more darkness at the base of your eye. And when you do that, you just do it the opposite way. You take one of your small brushes, and you take one of your darker colors, like one of these, and you cover your lid with a darker color. And then as you go up, you take one of your larger brushes, and you take your light color, and you fill the top of your eye with the light color. And then you come back and do your eyeliner. It's really so simple. And you said something earlier, Marilyn, about you get intimidated by all this makeup. So but here's the thing. It's really only makeup, and if you don't like what you put on,
take it
just
off
wash it
start
off.
all over again.
It's like not permanent. It's just fun.
Right.
But I have found that when women put themselves together and they take a couple of minutes and put their makeup on, they just feel better about themselves. And they feel more confident. And it's that feeling that takes them through their day that allows them to just accomplish more. And you said it yourself, we wear so many hats, we're so busy doing things, that isn't it fabulous that if we feel great, and if we take a couple of minutes and put our makeup on, okay, so now we look great, okay, so now I'm feeling great, now I'm going to conquer the world. It's, it's a good feeling, right?
Sure.
Oh, it is.
Sure.
And when I have a bad day and I'm just feeling, and I have sludge in my body and I'm going, I feel like, there's this movie called Zootopia that has a sloth in it called Flash. His name is Flash, and he goes real slow. And there are days when we feel like that. And where was I going with this?
Feeling better.
Oh, feeling better. There, thank you. See, she that's what she does. So what I do is I say, okay, I probably look like I feel. So first thing I do, go in the bathroom, get out the makeup, put it on, brush my hair, make my hair look better, and I go, okay, that's better. And somehow
it works.
The sloth goes away. Somehow the sludge starts moving away, and I'm feeling better.
It does work.
Yeah, it does.
I always recommend to women that I speak with and my clients that if you're when you wake up, if you're just not at the top of your game, that those are the days you take 3 or 4 extra minutes and just primp a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 or 4 extra minutes is not a big deal.
And sometimes you do a little meditation or something like that. Of course, I do chocolate meditation. Little chocolate drop in the mouth, and I just let it melt, and I always feel better.
Or pray.
Or pray.
Or laugh.
Right.
Or laugh. I find laughter to be the best cure. I think if someone's feeling down, if someone will make me laugh, or if I will turn on something that a comedy act or something that I know is going to, or even a great song. Sometimes I'll go to a great song.
And
it always makes me feel good.
And dance around, and that helps too. That helps too. What inspired you to design and create Face in a Case?
After years of listening to all of my clients, I heard them say so many times, I love the way you choose colors for me. I don't know how to put the colors together. And can't I just take you home with me?
Yeah.
And I would always say, oh, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. But eventually I realized, you know what, there is a way for me to design colors. When I put these palettes together like this, I know it looks like, okay, well, that's a plum palette and that's a nude palette and that's so simple, but it takes a lot of thought to knowing how I can choose colors that are going to work on so many millions of women.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And if you look at palettes as a type of makeup, most of the palettes out there are eyeshadow palettes. There aren't a lot of palettes that combine the eyeshadows with the blush, with the bronzer, with a lip color, not 5 colors, but a lip color, with a mascara, and with real brushes. I'm not talking about those little sponge applicators. So I spent a lot of time curating the right colors so that I knew that I would make so many women happy. And I purposely did not include in my palettes, I purposely did not include a foundation product, because then it's less universally appealing. So these 2 palettes really work on all women. I mean, they just do. If you're looking to create a natural, neutrals type of look, either of these or both of these are going to do that for a woman. And as far as taking me home with them, that's why I made this little instruction card. So now you can take me home with you.
And look at that. I mean, there is no guesswork, because who out there, and admit it to yourself, who knows how to do their eye makeup? I don't, and this is so cool. This shows you, it tells you, and even with the little wiggle motion, I love that. And the tip about the mascara too, kind of get it settled in there and then pull it.
And pull it out. Yeah.
I think I had heard that
I've never heard
once
that
a long
before.
time ago.
Really? So
but-
what you do is you take the mascara brush, and rather than just start pulling your lashes like that,
Right.
which so many people do,
That's what I do. Yeah.
what I would rather women do is at your lash line, at the very base, you wiggle it in, wiggle it in, wiggle it in. So you're really getting it very, very close to where the lash line begins. And then you start pulling it. And then when you want to separate your lashes, after you've done that a little bit, you then turn the mascara brush this way and you separate them.
Right.
So they really get a beautiful fan to them. And then don't re-dip your brush, because now whatever leftovers you have, you look underneath, and then you could wiggle and do the bottom like this and spread them.
So we still do the bottom lashes too?
I don't think there are any rules about whether you have to or not have to. I personally like both, but I think it's an individual thing. It also depends on where you're going.
That's true.
I can't imagine going out at night without both, but that's just me.
Yep.
But that's the thing I love about makeup, is that there's no one rule for everyone. I always find that when it comes to makeup, that those rules are meant to be broken. For example, we talked to you earlier about blush and bronzer.
Yes.
And most women think that blush goes on the apple of their cheeks, right?
Right.
I don't agree. When I put your blush on you, and I'm going to go back with this, I put the bronzer under here,
Yes.
and I put the blush up here. So I did not put anything in the apple.
Oh, right. This is
Oh,
this is
right,
the
yeah.
apple? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So it depends on the shape of your face and where your apple sits, and how I want things to look afterwards, where I want the viewer's eyes to be, to be focused on you. So I don't believe in one rule.
Now,
Everyone's
do
unique.
you recommend changing your shades based on what you're wearing?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. I think that these two palettes are universal and go with everything. I think a woman should choose the palette that she feels most comfortable in. It's highly likely that these two palettes are going to go with everything. But I do believe in turning up the volume on your makeup. So, for example, if you're out during the day, and let's say you're using this palette here, and let's say you focus a lot on the lighter colors, maybe at night you turn up the volume and maybe make more contour, or maybe make a thicker eyeliner, or maybe you turn it into a reverse nude and you smoke it up a little bit and make it smokier. And you've done all that with the same colors. So I don't think it's a color issue. I do think lip and outfits have a lot to do with each other,
Oh, okay.
but not as much for eyes. I mean, you want your eyes to pop. I mean, you have these fabulous blue eyes. Browns happen to make blues pop, but so do plums and raisins. So again, you could go either way. You prefer the browns, but I know that the plums are going to work really well also.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
And with me, it's like decision, which one do I use, Just the fact that there's just two palettes is going to help me a lot
Yeah.
in making those decisions.
So it's very easy. There are three cases. I'll take this one off so you can see. There are three cases. So the decision process is easy. There's your
Pick a case.
pick a case.
And pick a-
Classic black, champagne, which lies in between the gold and the silver, or the leopard. So one, pick a case.
That's mine.
Black, champagne, leopard.
Right.
And then second, choose a palette. Choose either the plum neutrals or the nude neutrals. So it's just really two steps.
Yeah.
Pick a case, pick a palette.
And the thing
Hit
is,
the buy button.
and you call them neutrals.
They are neutral.
They're both neutrals, which should tell the people that are trying to make a decision, this is, they're so similar. Initially, when I looked, I could tell a little bit of difference, but they are so similar.
So this one, the plum neutrals, has a little bit more raisin in it, has a little bit of a pinky cast in it as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The nude neutrals is more mocha based, a little bit browner, a little beigeier, a little bit browner. And the blush on the nude neutrals is a little bit warmer. It's a bit of an autumny amber color, as opposed to the blush in the plum neutrals is a little bit rosier.
It is. And I see now that there's almost like a grayish tone to this one. Unless it's
This
just
color
light.
is grayish, and this is mocha, and this one's bronze.
Right.
And this is like a sienna. And the same is true of the lip glosses. And you have them on your hand. You can see, Marilyn, the lip gloss that goes with the nude neutrals is warmer, a little bit more amber, a little bit more bronzy. And the gloss that goes with the plum neutrals is a little bit rosier, a little bit brighter.
And I like them both, okay? I like them both.
And you can have them both.
I can have them
You
both.
can do that. You can have them both.
Now, I've got a question, too, which is, okay, say I use up my mascara or I use up my lip gloss. Can we get the refills, even these, little pieces?
Or do you have to buy the whole case again? Yeah.
Both. So at this very moment in time, we sell them this way altogether, but very, very shortly through Amazon website, etc. You'll be able to buy piece by piece.
Oh, cool.
But
Bits and pieces.
I mean, you didn't run out yet. You didn't even buy them all yet.
Well,
So
yeah,
so you're good.
Yeah,
But yes,
they'll last a while. I know that.
so no problem. So everything's coming individually as a set, however you want it.
Now, as a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, I look at what you have here, which is very unique, and has such huge business potential that it could go crazy all over the world. Now, there may be someone sitting out there going, how can I get a piece of this action? Maybe we should ask you if you're looking for investors and how that would work.
Well, it is a young product and company, so yes, I am looking for, always have my eyes open to new investment opportunities, and so I would certainly entertain that idea.
This is privately owned, private invested.
All privately held. I have funded everything.
And you still have your storefront, which is in Westport. And but you're absolutely right. I mean, you can't have a storefront in every single town, everywhere. And this is something that if you're a woman, you're going to want, right? It just makes good sense.
No, I do envision seeing this product, all over not only this country, but internationally as well. So, and I don't have the bandwidth to be able to do all of that at this moment in time. I really have sunk everything that I have into creating this, into producing it, marketing it. It's all, none of it is inexpensive, as I'm sure you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But no, ideally, if I had the capital behind me, yes, the more capital I had, the faster I could grow internationally as well.
Sure.
Now, you learned a lot when you were in France. And that's where you got a lot of makeup ideas and this kind of thing. Something like this would, the French who are, well, they're a little more, what's the word, than we are in this country?
Maybe?
Yes, I'll go with that.
Yeah, okay.
So someone who's in France and sees this, they're going to go nuts.
All over the world, though.
Yes.
Because look at Latin America. Latin American women, they really just spell beauty. Their presentation are always pulled together, beautiful. Women in India, the same. China, and women in these countries are all working and going out every day and busy every night. This is such a product that's so perfect for on-the-go women.
Oh yeah, and we're all on the go.
Yeah. So every country, I can't think of a place that women wouldn't want this.
I can't either, actually, to tell you the truth. So the fact is, you love to give people tips. Here's another tip sheet that I picked up when I first met her, and this is full of tips. And you've got a tip sheet in there. And can you give us some tips for us who are we're new at this? We're learning about makeup. What are some of the things you can share with us?
Well, I think the first thing that I would share is I think you just have to be willing and open to trying new things. And as we said a few minutes ago, keep in mind it's only makeup, so if you hate it, you can just wash it off. It's not permanent.
Yeah.
But being adventurous with makeup and trying new things is like any other part of your life. It's the same as if you're trying a new food, a new restaurant, a new activity, a new hobby. You just have to have the desire and a little bit of self-confidence to try something new.
Cool.
Absolutely.
How about tips to make us look younger?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with that question.
All right, well, here's an interesting tip. When we were looking at the brush on makeup before, and when I was, here's the color I used on you. When I was putting it on you before, if you notice, we just put it all through your face.
Okay.
So here's a good little tip, and I did this a little bit on Marilyn. When I put the bronzer on her, you notice I put it through her jawline.
Yeah, I did.
So I would say a tip is to wrap your makeup underneath your jawline. Because it really makes the contour here pop.
It provides a shadow behind here.
Okay.
There's also a tip that I learned when I was 13 years old, when I was modeling many years ago. And that was to take a darker, a little brush with a darker color makeup and line your, I still do it today, line your nose a little bit and then around the tip. Because that.
So this size brush is perfect for that?
Yes.
And that's why I said, you can use the makeup in here however you want.
Sure.
It's not just an eyeshadow. You can use it as a highlighter. So here's another tip. Let's say I take these light colors here. So here are the light colors. And this one has to have a little bit of a pearl finish mixed into it. I can use this as a highlighter. Maybe I'll mix it with even a little bit of the pink.
Oh, how fun.
Let me see your cheek. Check that out. I don't.
My goodness, look at that.
Different.
Yes.
It makes your cheek
let's
pop.
See this one, right?
It makes your cheek pop.
It does.
So I took the shadows that have a little bit of a pearl finish.
Yes.
I'll do it on you as well.
Ta-da.
And right above where I blushed you, I'm going to use it as a highlighter. See that? So you can use the small brush if you like for contouring, just as you said.
Yes, on either side of the nose. Because that takes, it unfats the nose.
Yeah.
You do not have a fat nose. Your nose is perfect.
Yeah, it's amazing because what you're doing is you're providing a little shadow so that it makes changes your contours. Because what's amazing, once again, back to the book.
Back to the book.
Is,
Back to the book.
the pictures in here. You look at the first picture and it's a fresh face, of course. Fresh face meaning clean. And then you see how and where different things were done. And the faces look like they're not contoured the same. I mean, they look so different. Instead of looking like a round face, it looks more like a face with more angles in it.
So I will share one other tip with you. When you're looking to contour, it's always better if you can put a little bit of a tinted moisturizer or my makeup or something on first, whether it's all over your face or your neck, and then if you add another powder on top of it, the powder will grab better.
Right.
So if you're trying to contour on a face that is nothing on it, then it doesn't have a grab.
Yeah.
But before, when we put this on our hand, and then if you put a contour on top of it, like it really will grab.
Yeah.
So what you want to
color.
do is you want to get this.
Right.
Get this first.
And
This
then
is
one of them.
amazing and wonderful. And it lasts
Put that
a
in your
long
shopping cart and then
time.
put these in your shopping
Yes.
cart. Then choose your case and then choose your palette.
Very easy. She's done all the work. Okay? But start with this because it's, I mean, I've had mine for a long time. And because you only use a little bead of it, it just, you know, and I use it for special occasions.
And you know, Amazon's very smart. They know that most people are looking for face in a case. So when you plug in face in a case, when you are, after you put that in your shopping cart, all the other Faces Beautiful products that go with it will come up too. So our best gel eyeliners, our best brush on mineral, like all the best products will come up right away. So you don't have to go searching very far. They're very smart over there.
And that's fun because you go, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that too. It makes it very convenient and easy. and simple.
It's all about
It's
beauty for the
just-
busy because we're so busy.
We are. We're very busy. This has been amazing. It's
Oh,
been
thank you.
wonderful.
It's so much fun. You're so wonderful. Thank you both so much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Great-
This
great
is,
for you to be here.
I can't wait to experiment. This is going to be amazing. So yes, go to her website, go to Amazon, plug in Face in a Case, and all of her stuff will come up. Easy and very affordable, okay? Just wanted to throw that in there. So what I like to do before we end the show is I like to thank our sponsors. Always want to thank our sponsors. We love them. They love us. It's great. And also I like to finish the show with a quote. Generally speaking, I like the quote to kind of go with the subject matter of the show. So I thought, well, let's see, let's talk about beauty here, okay? You know, we've heard beauty is in the eye of the beholder and that kind of thing. Well, let's hear what Audrey Hepburn, who was a great actress, said about beauty. The beauty of a woman must be seen in her eyes because that is the doorway to her heart and the place where love resides, which I love that.
So
I love
beautiful.
that. And you know, when we look beautiful, we've been talking about that, and we feel healthy, using healthy products is very important. We can let that love shine, okay? And all day long, we can look fantastic. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you again so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
This has been so fun.
My pleasure.
I knew it was going to be fun. Didn't you, Dodie?
I
Yes.
did too. Anything
you.
that
I mean,
makes
it's
us feel and look better, of course.
and anytime we women get together and talk about stuff like this, it's always fun. And thank you for joining us too. We can't do the show without you, okay? And remember to let us know, send me an email, let us know if you think of other things that you would like to see on our show, okay? Like the last time we had Ichiban Karate and talked to these, saw these kids doing wonderful, terrific things. Just send us an email. Let you know what you think, okay? Thanks for joining us today.